In this video, we're going to look at print R within PHP and how it's really useful when you are developing. So let's take an example. Let's create an array and we're going to output this in a human-friendly, readable way. So let's create an array here and we'll add a couple of elements to this. So items, and we'll add a couple more elements within another array. Okay, so obviously looking at this code, you know exactly what it is, you know the elements within it. So with the nesting, you know that the elements are available at a particular key. However, if you're working with an API or you're working with a class and you're not sure what this returns, so you have an array returned or something like that, or an object returned, you're going to need to examine it in some way. So we'll use this array as an example, but let's take a look at how we do this. So we use print R. So let's pass in what we want to output. In this case, it's our array, and you can see that we get out this. Now, this isn't much more readable. Let's say we're working with some kind of API and we have lots of data within here. This could easily fill up the page and just look a complete mess. So what we can actually do is we can add pre-tags in the front and the end. Now, what pre-tags are, let's just comment, in fact, let's just remove them for now. You'll actually see that on this page, this is just being output like this, but if we were to view the page source, you can see that the formatting is already there. What pre-tags do is preserve the normal formatting for you. So if we do add these pre-tags here, like so, now you've noticed we put an echo here. What this means is that we're now echoing out not the return value of this, but we're adding an echo. So we have an optional parameter that we actually want to return the value. By default, this is set to false, but we want this set to true. So print R is now going to return the value of the human readable output, and then we echo it out surrounded by pre-tags, and then obviously commas here to just not concatenate, but work with the echo to append these. So now if we refresh, we see that we get a human readable version of that array. Again, particularly useful if you're working with data that you can't immediately see the structure of. So that's print R and how we use it to output a human friendly readable version of a variable.